Let's look at the mistakes the DB made here and what we can do better to play man-to-man on the goal line. I wanted to talk about this play because we just talked about how to play man-to-man on the goal line, and ironically, this is the only touchdown they scored in the Hall of Fame game. Now, if you look closely, they're in a bunch. When you get a bunch, expect someone to occupy the inside, expect someone to occupy the middle, expect someone to occupy the outside, okay? Remember, we want to shuffle. We don't want to gain ground in the end zone unless the receiver crosses the goal line first. We should not cross the goal line before the receiver crosses the goal line. Knowing that they're going to occupy one of three spaces, we have to read the stem of the receiver. As a receiver gets into his route, he goes on an outside stem, okay? So at this point, there's only two zones that he can occupy, okay? He can keep going out into this zone, or he can go out and whip it in to the middle zone, okay? Remember, spacing. They have to occupy three zones. What the DB should be doing is he should be moving laterally along this goal line. Because he goes outside, he does a good job of actually not moving towards the inside, but he's opened this way. Okay, he should be flat this way. Because he opens up, he's already in the end zone before the receiver gets in the end zone. As we get further along, he's deeper in the end zone. He's still at this angle. Now all the receiver has to do is bend flat. He doesn't even have to go past the goal line. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and look, he scores being not even a yard in the end zone, okay? That's the reason why we don't want to gain ground in the end zone on the goal line, because they only need an inch to score a touchdown. So the DB needs to stay flat, needs to anchor down, and he needs to shuffle along this line, all right? There's no reason to go vertical like he did into the end zone when the receiver's stem never threatened him vertical. It was always to the outside. If he would have went up and then out, that's a different story. But this should have been an easy one. This actually should have been a pick six, going the other way, a roster changing play.